The biggest one-week drop since February. For more on this, we're bringing in Anthony Saccaro, president of Providence Financial and Insurance Services. Anthony, good to see you. So how does this reinforce that, while the labor market has cooled from its peak, it remains relatively stable?
It does remain stable, and we really hope that it remains as stable as it has been. Over the last couple of years, unemployment has ticked up from the high threes to now it's at 4.3%, very much in range with where you would want it to be at this point, but it has cooled off. If you go back a couple of years, there were two jobs available for every worker, and this gave workers a lot of options. They could command a raise from their employers, and if their employers were smart, they'd give it to them, or they could go find another job because there were twice as many jobs as employees and they could go out and make more money and get a better job at the same time. So it was a really, really tight labor market. Well, that's come down. Right now, there's only one job available for every worker. And what you don't want to see is you don't want to see it come down so much to where now there are a lot more jobs than workers, or a lot more workers than jobs, rather. And it hasn't happened. It's been cooling. It's stayed cool. It's been in the low fours for a while. Unemployment rate, we want it to stay this way. But we're not at the end of the road yet. There are a lot of considerations when it comes to workers, when it comes to employees, and also when it comes to employers. One of the considerations is the fact that we're in a GDP-driven economy. 70% of the output of America, GDP, is based on consumers, and the consumers starting to weaken. And that all comes back to the fact that the job market's starting to weaken, but consumer savings is going down, consumer debt is going up. And when you throw in the war and you throw in the tariffs and you throw in the fact that the energy prices are now much higher than they've been in a long time, that's not going to help the consumer. So there are some things on the horizon that show that the consumer may continue to weaken, and we just hope it doesn't get much worse. Right now, no reason to pull the ripcord, nothing to panic about. If we stay in the range, we'll be good, but it doesn't mean we're out of the woods yet.
Okay, so Anthony, going back to that 1-to-1 ratio, that's more of a normalization. What does that mean for wages, hiring power, job security for the average American right now?
Well, what's interesting is you're right, it is normal, 1-to-1. That's very normal. What I think has potential to happen from the employer side, and I'm an employer, what employers had to do within the last couple of years is give raises to keep good people. And the reason inflation has stayed so high and stayed sticky is because of this wage inflation. You can't take the wages back once you have given them. Grocery stores have the ability to adjust prices based on commodity prices. Goes up, goes down, you can adjust. You can't adjust wage inflation. What's happening, though, is a lot of companies are looking at AI to not necessarily replace workers, but to reshift workers as to where they work. And there are some layoffs that are happening, especially in the tech industry. And I think that AI is giving employers the opportunity to rotate out of workers that they might be overpaying, lay off some of these people, and now start hiring workers at a more normalized rate. So it's not great for the employee, but as AI continues to develop, are there going to be some jobs lost? Yes, for sure. But I don't think it's going to be this massive layoff. I think what's going to happen is those jobs are going to shift. When horse and buggy went to cars, people that were changing shoes on horses, started having to learn how to change brakes and tires, and it's going to shift, and that's the way the world works. So again, it's going to be a shift. Employees are going to have to be moldable and adaptable, but I don't think it's not the end of the world. You're going to have to be adaptable, maybe more so than at any other time in recent history.
Yeah, it's an important mention, AI, essentially, rotating the labor market instead of slowing it down. So we have to reimagine the way we look at it. President of Providence Financial and Insurance Services, Anthony Saccaro, thank you for your time today. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Alicia.
You got it.